Good morning, fellow members of VRG and guests. We have the honor to have Rico Peña as our speaker today for energizing your communication strategy using PIAC. Help me welcome Rico Peña.
Thank you. Buenos días, damas y caballeros. ¿Cómo están esta mañana? Muy bien, muy bien. Bienvenido a nuestro entrenamiento de hoy. Enchanté, ¿cómo allez-vous? Voulez-vous français? Oui. Oui? Ah, bien, bien. ¿Cómo allez-vous? Have you ever felt when you're speaking to someone that possibly you could be speaking a foreign language? Kind of like those who right now didn't speak Spanish, wondering what the heck I'm saying? At times it feels that way, where you thought you had a very clear communication with someone, and at some point in time it either turned irritating or confusing. Would all agree with that? So I want you to go back for a moment to that moment where you had a conversation, possibly recently, where it was irritating. Something about that conversation or that person irritated you. Everybody there? Now I want you to think of two things. What was it about the conversation that irritated you? In most cases, most of the studies we've done, it comes down to there was a very particular reason you were there, or an expectation that you wanted to be met that was not met. Would you all agree with that? Now, don't raise your hand, raise your left eyebrow. Did you communicate that expectation with the person you were speaking to? In most cases, no. And here's why. Because most likely the expectation, in your point of view, was common sense. I wouldn't have to explain that. It seemed like common sense, correct? Now, the other part of that equation is you were very clear in what you wanted. You even had the person write it down and possibly read it back to you. And it seemed that everything was clear. And then when it was time to execute or follow up with those things, it seemed like you were speaking a foreign language. Because nothing that you asked or anything that you were looking for didn't come to fruition. Have you ever been in that situation? Well, today I'm going to show you possibly why that occurred. There are certain behaviors in communication that aim to please, that avoid conflict, and they do so by shaking their head or saying yes, or giving the assumption that everything is clear, making everything situation very irritating. Now, can you do business or work with someone that irritates you on a regular basis? Well, you might have to if you're a professional, right? But it's uncomfortable, would you say? Have you ever been in a situation where you are at a store or even a restaurant? The waiter, the hostess, or the person next to you is irritating. What happened to that experience? Was it good? Was it bad? Bad? Unpleasant? Okay. And anyone ever here have been to a foreign country where you didn't speak the language? Could I see your hands, please? How was that experience? A bit challenging, I would say. I recently had something like this about 3 years ago. I took my wife to Costa Rica. Now, she was all excited because she was finally able to practice her high school Spanish. So we get to Costa Rica, rent a car, and we're driving around, and we go to this one particular town. And in the town, there was a police officer. He's about 6'3", local. My wife bolts from the car straight to this individual. Here's her chance to practice her Spanish. So I get closer and I ask her, ¿Dónde está el burro? Where the officer looks at my wife. Now, mind you, let me point the picture. Police officer is about 6'2". My wife's 5 feet from New York. Now, imagine someone who hasn't spoke Spanish for almost 30 years with a New York accent trying to speak Spanish. You can understand why he took a step back. So what happens in most cases when we're in a foreign country, attempting to speak a language we don't know, and the local doesn't understand us? What is the first thing we do? We speak louder. Because we all know volume improves the ability to speak the language, right? That's exactly what my wife does. ¿Dónde está el burro? And once again, he takes another step, and I see him reach for his gun. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. What she meant to say was, ¿Dónde está el baño? Or, where is the bathroom? ¿Dónde está el burro means, where is